Welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas and great holidays all around. Today, we're going to have a fun discussion on brass. This has been a viewer request for a while now. Who makes the best brass? Who makes the worst? And why? So, in today's video, we're going to have 3 tiers of brass. The best, good, and brass you should just stay away from. Let's get into it. Let's just start with tier 3. So brass that, well, look, I'm not going to say you shouldn't get that, or if you bought like factory ammo like this, and then if you want to hand load the leftover brass, do it. It's not like tier 3, you can't get accuracy with cheap brass. It's just not high quality brass, and it's kind of a pain to brass prep some of this lower quality brass. You're going to have to trim it more. You're going to have to, fix some of the imperfections of this brass. And, well, I don't mean to be rude to Remington, but it is by no means high quality brass. It is cheap and it works. Like, I've gotten pretty darn good accuracy with Remington brass. I've used it in my 300 Weatherby, and it's been fine accuracy wise. But man, it's just annoying for me to have to constantly do brass work with Remington brass. I've used it a lot in 270 Winchester, a fair amount in 300 Weatherby, 30-06. It's not great stuff. I'll just say that. The other big American company with brass that's just is Winchester. Again, guys, I can get really good accuracy with Winchester brass. Most of the time, that awesome 6.8 Western that we shoot, that Wyatt owns, most of his brass is Winchester. He's now getting into ADG, and it's really nice, but most of the stuff he's using is Winchester, and it lasts. It's accurate, but it's just not as good, in my opinion. There is more brass prep you got to do with Winchester brass, but yeah, I think it deserves to be in the tier 3. Winchester does. Yeah, you guys are probably not surprised. I'm going to say Hornady. Years ago, I would have said Hornady was tier 2. Like, it was good brass, not great. But I don't know, the more I've used Hornady brass, it's just really soft. So if you really want to push your cartridge really hard, this is not the brass to get. It's just way too soft. You're going to see pressure way sooner than you're going to see pressure signs before you actually get it to 65,000 psi. This is especially the case that I have found with the 7PRC 3014. It's not great brass. So it's in the tier 3 list just because of how soft it is. Again, you can get really good accuracy. I mean, this is factory ammo, or was. Yeah, people get plenty of good accuracy with Hornady brass. It's just really soft brass. More of the tier 3 brass. Federal. Yeah, sorry guys. Federal makes great bullets, especially the Terminal Ascent. I've never been impressed with Federal brass ever. Even in like 308, 175 Sierra Match King, like they're real premium. I mean, technically this is supposed to be premium. And let's get on a rant here. Maybe this is a hot topic. Nickel-plated brass, I hate. And yes, I have used it a lot in 270 and 30-06. I really don't like it. There are some bonuses to nickel-plated brass. If you want shiny brass, it stays clean better than non-nickel plated. That's the only upside I can think of nickel-plated brass. I don't think it's very good for your dies, and it's just there's a reason it's in level 3, or the tier 3, should I say. I've never liked it, and have never been impressed with Federal brass. And to be clear, there's a lot of tier 3 brass. Most of your factory ammo is tier 3 brass. Fiocchi is really terrible brass. There's a bunch of others that just aren't very good. I'm not going to be able to name them all, but I would say the vast majority of your factory ammo has pretty crappy brass. Let's get into tier 2, where, brass is better, but it's not the best. This is the brass that I use a lot. And to quote Office meme is, I can't tell the difference. That's because Weatherby, Norma, and Nosler, they're all the same brass. This is especially the case because, well, Weatherby for a long time contracted Norma to make their brass, and the exact same thing happened with Nosler. Now, post-COVID, Weatherby uses a bunch of companies. I think they still use Norma for some of their cases. I'm not sure on Nosler who they use. They might be back with Norma. I have always found Norma brass to be just solid. Again, it's not the best brass, but it is very solid. Just like their bullets, I have nothing bad to say about Norma. Now, if you're really wanting to push things hard, it's not going to be as good as like ADG or Lapua. But it's, again, I have nothing bad to say about Norma. Weatherby brass, well, it's just Norma brass. At least the older Weatherby brass. Now, there is some newer type of Weatherby brass. We are going to talk about that in a minute. So Weatherby does go into the top tier on certain types of brass they use. We'll get into that. And Nosler, some people love Nosler brass. Some people absolutely hate it. They say it's too overpriced and it's mediocre. I have nothing bad to say about Nosler brass. It is expensive, just like everything else with Nosler. It's just expensive. I've used a lot of Nosler brass in 28 Nosler. I have zero complaints about it. It's lasted a long time, and it seems a pretty decent quality. Now we are into Tier 1. What separates Tier 1? Well, there's much more consistency with the brass. A lot less brass work you have to do. A lot less trimming brass you have to do. This is just the best of the best. It lasts long. The pocket primers don't become as loose like Hornady. All the good stuff, okay? I don't have all of the Tier 1 brass, so really I just have Peterson, which I would put in number 3. There's about 3 companies, I would say, that are just really well known for amazing brass. Peterson comes in at number 3. And surprise, surprise, and I'm really happy Weatherby's doing this, is unofficially, from what I hear, Weatherby brass, at least the last couple of years, is just Peterson brass. So really awesome. I've noticed in my 340 Weatherby that it's really high quality stuff. It lasts forever, and it just feels like Peterson brass, and the rumors are it absolutely is. So I've even bought 300 Weatherby Peterson brass right here. See if we can get it to focus. There you go. Really good stuff. Gotten amazing accuracy out of it. Let's go with number 2 is ADG. Guys, if you are wanting to push a cartridge as hard as possible without having pressure issues, without the hard bolt lift, the flattened primer, ejector marks on your brass, ADG is the way to go. ADG is just some of the toughest brass you'll ever get. So for you 7PRC owners, I would absolutely recommend ADG, and go to town. Make it fast. I know it's not with factory ammo, but you can make it fast with ADG brass. ADG is just really good stuff. Now, for number 1, I do actually have one case of this number 1 brass. And can you see it? Yep, Lapua. Just the absolutely most consistent brass. They're tough brass. They last forever. Lapua is just our perfectionists. They make amazing factory ammo. They make amazing bullets, and their brass is still the number 1 to today. You can never go wrong with Lapua brass. It is pricey, very pricey. This stuff is just the best of the best.